Welcome to clickmeproject.com. Our project title is CommTrust Computing Multidimensional Trust by Mining E-commerce Feedback Commands. The main contribution of the project is the electronic commerce is generally considered to be the sales aspect of e-business, e-commerce, etc. It also consists of the exchange of data to facilitate the financing and payment aspects of public and business transaction. It is an effective and efficient way of communicating with an organization and the customers, and one of the most effective and useful ways of conducting business. The process of deriving high quality information from text. The text mining usually involves a process of structure, the input text deriving patterns for the structured data, finally evaluations and interpretations of the output. Our goal is to achieve the trust evaluation for e-commerce application is to rank sellers and help users to select trustworthy sellers to transact with it. In this respect of to our absolute trust scores, variety rankings are most important for evaluating the performance of different trust models. To compute multi-dimensional trust are evaluated on the root of feedback commands mining. To calculate trust scores, highly effective to determine and rank sellers for based on the sum of the input sellers. To computing standing scores from user feedback commands, which is helpful to improve the users feedbacks within the corresponding rank sellers. In this, we proposed here multi-dimensional trust models in which the agent form contracts based on multiple variables. Both models provide heuristics to update these dimensions, give observations of contract outcomes, and to combine these dimensions into a scalar metric that can be used to select between the suppliers. To develop a system in a novel probabilistic model of computational trust that allows agents to exchange and compare report reputations over heterogeneous correlated and correlated multidimensional contracts. The lexical LD algorithm are used to cluster aspect expressions into the semantically coherent categories, which we call dimensions. Different from the conventional topic model approach, which takes the document by the term matrices input, lexical LDA makes use of shallow lexical knowledge of dependencies relations for topic modeling to achieve more effective clustering. We make use of two types of lexical knowledge to supervise clustering dimension expressions into dimensions so as to produce meaningful clusters. Commands are short and therefore co-occurrence of terms in commands is not very informative. We instead of use the co-occurrence of dimensional expressions with respect to a same modifier across commands, which potentially can provide more meaningful context for dimensional expression. The feedback score is the total number of positive ratings for a seller from past transactions. The positive feedback percentage is calculated based on the total number of positive and negative feedback. Command-based multi-dimensional trust, a fine-grained multi-dimensional trust evaluation model by mining a e-commerce feedback commands. CommTrust is the first piece of work that computes fine-grained multidimensional trust profiles automatically by mining feedback commands. The terms reputation scores and trust scores are interchangeable. Initially, collect the performances of the rank sellers and that of users' feedbacks. Then we can find out the similarity between the feedback commands based on the Stanford NLP, that means which parsing involves. Based on this, we can calculate the similarity performance between each of the seller with respect to our processes. Then feedback commands are collected from the users and compare with the similarity performance of the sellers. We can evaluate the trust score evaluations. Based on this, we can find out who is the best seller for the process based on their trust score. Now the demo of the process. Go to CommTrust, then click the home.java and right click, then select the run file. Click proceed button to move over the next frame. In this we can calculate the data set which is browsed from our data set. In this data set it considers the feedback commands and this product ID and the product name, title and the corresponding author and the created date and the full text summary. The extracted path all are considered in that dataset. Then extract the extracted data. Removing the tags we can calculate the extracted data and their data are updated into the database. The database considered as ID, product name, author, date, comments, rating. Based on this extracted data which are stored in the database, from that database we can extract the feedback comments. In this, the corresponding product name and the comments which correspond respective to the product name. Extracting relationship between the feedback comments before POS tagging, after POS tagging. These taggings are calculating as a standard NLP tool. This is natural language processing are performed in this frame. Then click pre-process. We can get the pre-processed data. Pre-processing means which removes the unwanted and noisy data which are present in the data set which are extracted from the database. Click process. Click dimension rating. These are the dimension rating between the product name and the dependency relation name which is extracted from the natural language processing, and that dependencies are relation patterns we can calculate in the ratings. Then calculate the latent Dirichlet allocation for calculating the similarity between each of the item shoppings and each of the product constituency. Click process. Weight and trust codes are calculated for the extracted data and that weights are evaluated. Click process. Then calculating each of the product which are involved in the data set and their trust code values are calculated, and the overall values means that item shipping communication cost overall the cost of the trust code evaluations. The trust evaluations are performed using dimension based trust code and product based trust code. Initial dimension based trust code consists of seller ratings and the trust code. The seller consists of item shipping communication cost. The sellers are categorized in the form of, and the ratings are based on these item shipping communication cost. This evaluates the overall trust code evaluation between the seller and the weighted trust. These are the product. The trust code values are evaluated for each of the products. Thank you.